Good morning and a warm welcome to all of you to this special event as we gathered here today to celebrate the birth anniversary of one of the most revered and inspirational figures in our nation's history, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Today we come together to pay tribute to his remarkable contributions and his unwavering commitment to education and his relentless pursuit of excellence. Dr. Kalam's life and teaching continue to inspire generations, reminding us of the power of dreams, hard work, and perseverance. Let us come together to celebrate the life and achievements of Dr. Kalam and be inspired to carry forward his vision and a prosperous and inclusive India through the seminar on Innovation in Rural Entrepreneurship, Need of the Hour. In our culture, welcoming guests is not just a formality, but a heartfelt gesture that signifies our hospitality and warmth. With that in mind, I'd like to invite Ms. Sahana from 2nd MSW to deliver the welcome address.
A very good morning to one and all. We are gathered here today for an insightful seminar on Innovation in Rural Entrepreneurship, Need of the Hour. And it is an honor to welcome you all to this esteemed gathering. To set the tone for our event, we have the privilege of beginning with an introductory address by Dr. Anand Gerard Sebastian, Associate Professor, Department of Social Work and Director in charge of Periyarpura Center for Rural Development, PMIST. Following this, we will be graced by the esteemed presence of our distinguished Vice Chancellor, Dr. Velusamy of PMIST, who will deliver the presidential address. His insights and guidance have been pivotal in promoting innovation and research in our institution. Dr. Vijay Lakshmi, the Dean Faculty of Humanities, Science and Management at PMIST, will provide the felicitation address. Her expertise in the field of humanities and management are commendable. We welcome you, ma'am. We are fortunate to have with us today Mr. Anthony Stephen delivering special address, who currently serves as an assistant professor in Department of Social Entrepreneurship at Madras School of Social Work and program coordinator for Social Justice and Equity at MSSW. Finally, the words of appreciation for the seminar will be delivered by our enthusiastic first year MSW student, Mr. Karthik. Once again, I welcome all the students and faculties of various departments of PMIST. Thank you for joining us, and let's embark on this journey towards insightful discussions and knowledge sharing that will take place today.
Thank you, Sahana, for your wonderful welcome address. I would like to invite Dr. Anand Gerard Sebastian, Associate Professor, Department of Social Work and Director in charge of Periyarpura, Central for Rural Development, PMIST, to deliver the introductory address.
Good morning. Most respectable, honorable Vice Chancellor, our Dean of Humanities Management and Sciences, Lieutenant Colonel Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Madam, our Periyar TBI CEO Dr. Aruna Madam, various faculties of our institution, and dearest students who have come here to attend this program today. Once again, warm welcome and good morning to all of you. And it is a great privilege for me to organize this program, and that too one of the most eminent personality during our lifetime, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. This is his 92nd birthday, and we as an institution gratefully remember him because as a President of India, he has visited our campus 2 times, and as former President of India, he has visited our campus for 4 times, and for exclusively for Periyarpura program, he has come 3 times. So his visit to our institution in 2003, 2005, and 2003, 2006, 2008, 2011, 2013, and finally 2015, April 5th. He was here with us in our campus, and he has motivated us a lot, and particularly the concept of Pura, actually providing urban amenities in rural area, which he has dedicated to our nation in the year 2003. He was talking about the concept of Pura to the students of JSS Academy, and he dedicated this program to our nation. And at that time, our institution was doing it far ahead, the same concept from 1995. And I am proud to say that one of the person who was there from that stage, Dr. Aruna, was here with us. So they have taken a lot of students to the various villages, and only because of our students and faculty, the extension activities which they have done has pulled Dr. Kalam to this place, because we were already doing that concept. So he was inspired by what we are doing, and he sent a team of people here to witness what we are doing. And after that, he came down here and asked how you conceived this idea and how you are doing this. And our then Vice Chancellor, Dr. Ramchandran sir, was telling that this was already framed, and this same concept was spoken by our Tandai Periyar in 1944 itself. And that has come as a book, Rural Reconstruction. So this was the thing which our esteemed Chancellor gave me to implement, and I was doing that. This was the statement our then Vice Chancellor was telling to the President of India. So he came down and named this as Periyarpuram. So from that time, we have adopted 67 villages we were working, and most of the work were done by our students. They go to the village and do a lot of activities. So now before me also, the extension in charge staff were here from various departments, and you have come with two students who are interested in developing projects and implementing it in the villages. So I am very much happy to invite you all for this seminar, and at the same time, this is a time I have to talk about the resource person, Professor Anthony Stephen from Madras School of Social Work, and he is a very enthusiastic person, and he has done lot of activities, and most of his activities was in the field, and he is also a academician, and I can say that more than an academician, he was a practitioner, and he is now now in the Department of Social Entrepreneurship, and he is also the program coordinator for Center for Social Justice and Equity. Actually, our Tamil Nadu government very recently they introduced this as a center, and the first center in the entire Tamil Nadu was started in Madras School of Social Work, and he is now the program coordinator for this program. So we as an institution also talk more about social justice, and we practice it. So this is an apt time that he is here, and we have a very long-term association with Professor Stephen, and he has even come down to our rural villages, Pura villages, and he has trained our social work students in the camp. So with that small introduction, I would also welcome Dr. Stephen for this program, and at the same time, I encourage all you students to participate in the interaction section after his presentation also, and I thank our Vice Chancellor and our Dean Madam for being present for this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your amazing introductory address. I would like to invite Dr. Velachami, Vice Chancellor of Periyar Maniamma University, to deliver the presidential address.
Very pleasant good morning to all of you assembled here. the chief guest of the day, Professor M. Anthony Stephens, sir, is actually Department of Social Entrepreneurship and Program Coordinator of Center for Social Justice and Equity, Madras School of Social Work, and Dean Faculty of Humanities, Science and Management, Captain Vijayalakshmi Madam, and Director for Center for Rural Development, Dr. Anand Janaram, and other staff members of the Department of Social Science, and student friends. It gives me Director of CEO, Chief Executive Officer of TBI, TBI, and other invited guests. It gives me immense pleasure to be with you in the pleasant morning and participate in the Dr. Abdul Kalam birthday celebration. On this happiest occasion, on behalf of the founder of this institute and also the esteemed chancellor of the institute, Sri Araya, and also on behalf of the Periyar Institute of Science and Technology, and my own behalf, I convey probably the Dr. Abdul Kalam birthday greetings and also best wishes to all of you. I should congratulate the Center for Rural Development and also the Department of Social Work jointly organized this event. So on this occasion, you have invited an eminent personality to deliver a seminar on innovation in rural entrepreneurship and need of the hour. Needless to say, rather, Dr. Abdul Kalam generally used to call people's president. So probably you can understand that. So he lived alone, say. Yeah, this Mahava almost a family devoted his. He treated us. India is a family. So he worked, he put a lot of hard work and made a mark. Even though he has born in the remote village, we are better placed comparatively those days. He was born in south end of Tamil Nadu, Tanishkodi, Rameshwaram. So almost rear-end. And those days, they may not have very good transportation facilities also. But he is able to reach Rashtrapati Bhavan, has become a president. Not only that, he was able to obtain a great award, Bharat Ratna. So this, why I'm saying is, this is definitely will encourage everybody. Why we are celebrating his birthday? Another thing is we have to remember him. We have to thank him. And not only that, we should know that unless otherwise, what regards we can show the contribution what he made. He has actually made a mark in while he was working in ISRO. Probably you will understand that. A rocket launching was successful. The Rogini rocket, probably you are aware of that. And even after that, he has entered into DRDO, defense. There also he made a great mark. Intercontinental missiles, Misaki has become missile man, all that. But do you think that he has actually studied other than India, other place? And not only that, he has also studied in an ordinary school, and he has also studied in Trichy and studied in MIT. Probably you can feel today probably the Tamil Nadu government recognizes this contribution. Probably you know that after his retirement, before his becoming President of India, he was in Anna University for some time. Today, our Chief Minister, Mr. Stalin, is actually inaugurating the statue of Dr. Abdul Kalam in Anna University. That is the recognition of his great contribution, great service he has done for the society, mainly through India. Probably you are aware that during Kargil war time, how India was treated with other countries, all that. He was able to show to India that we are strong in nuclear power, as demonstrated to the world. The people were fearing, mainly that we are not going to use nuclear power for destructive purpose or peaceful purpose. Under his leadership, they have demonstrated our nuclear power to the world that India can be able to do this. So such a thing is, that sort of what they call courage, confidence, all that. Only Tamil Nadu has made it, India has made it. So you should also, you must expect a blessing. India, his dream is India has to become a superpower. Used to say. The thing is, we have very often I used to say that it is not arbitrarily he said rather. We are number one in the world now, which is which thing we are number one in India? Sorry, in the world in population. Population, the youngest population is highest what India is having it. If you use that younger population in right path, definitely comparatively other country, definitely we can become superpower. That's the reason, one of the reasons, even you invite Dr. Abdul Kalam, he won't go for big function all that. If you invite for a school function, he will go immediately, he will accept. And not only that, he used to go to villages also, all that. The thing is, his ambition is, probably you have I understood that he has written one book, what you call Target 3 billion. He has not only thought about India, he thought about the world also. What he thought is, the world has 3 billion people in the rural side. You have to provide urban amenities to the rural people. If you give that amenities, the whole world will become rich. And not only that, all people will get everything. So what Tande Periyar also expected, everybody should get everything. Then only the equality will take. The same way, Dr. Abdul Kalam also, he was dreaming that. But you can just go through the textbook, even in that text, in that book, he has written about our Puras, Gerald has said, so we are fortunate. We are having him in our campus about 6 times. Gerald is fortunate to see him very closely. Vijayalakshmi madam, not close, Aruna madam is there, all that. They see that. He only named, now he's heading the Center for Rural Development, and that the Pura villages have been adopted. But he only named Periyar. So it's really, we are fortunate, we have every right to celebrate his birthday. So our objective is, you have to fulfill his dream as a youngsters, what reward we are going to give him. So, and we have to, not only that, we want to thank him now. We have to contribute to the society following the lines of Dr. Abdul Kalam and try to fulfill his dream. Whatever the work he has left, we have to complete it. The dream is, the world has become like one family, and not only that, every citizen should get everything. That is much important. And if he's those days he has studied ordinary school, he has able to become so much. Why not we are not? Why not we are able to do at least 1% what we have to do it. As he said, you have to dream in the young age. You have to work you have to put up hard work, and you have to walk in a right path. There should not be any distraction. Almost he dedicated his life for technology development. He thought that technology is, abroad, what way they are competing with us, the technology powered. So if we are also technologically superior, definitely India will rise in the world. India become a superpower. So that dream probably got to fulfill. So this birthday, that is the Thanksgiving to Dr. Abdul Kalam for their contributions. So with this, once again, I congratulate Center for Rural Development and the Department of Social Works for organizing this event, very grand man, inviting a great personality. I think so. He's just going to give a seminar, right topic now. It's rural development is much important. All the agriculture, even though it is there, every agriculturist become entrepreneur. So we have to improve them. So if you do that, probably India will develop. For that, even our institute also contribute providing for agriculture people physical connectivity, or what we call knowledge connectivity, and also electronic connectivity and economic connectivity. These are the four things. The agriculture people not having sufficient, definitely that can be, if you are able to solve the India, they will definitely become superpower. That definitely, that way we can fulfill the dream of Dr. Abdul Kalam. Thank you very much for being here. Sure.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chancellor Sir, for your motivational words. I would like to invite vibrant persona Dr. Vijay Lakshmi Ma'am, Dean Faculty of Humanities, Sciences and Management, to felicitate the gathering.
Very good morning to one and all. I think now the time is 12 o'clock. So I won't take that much time. On behalf of Faculty of Humanities, Sciences and Management, and my own behalf, I congratulate the team members of Dr. Gerald and the Social Work Department faculty, Dr. Alameda and Raj, and other faculty members of the various departments. Maybe 19 department students are assembled here. So today we have so much of issues. One of the major issue is running a life in the village. So that is a very difficult task for us. So I want to talk in Tamil for the 2 sentences which we want to know everything. Even before 10 years, we oftenly run so much of extension activities in Periyapura villages. Nowadays it was so much reduced. Now only we are doing popularize. Maybe because in 2007, before 2007, every week we have done so much of programs. When we are in PMCTW, I think Arana madam knows everything because she was always very busy in village. Now it was very much reduced. Maybe we can tell that it is only 10%. All are because of students not having that much interest in doing their extension work, that is social work in the villages. So we have to do that. Again, we have to make PMIST the grade which we are doing in the Pura villages extension activities. Though the government is doing so much of social work activities, but running a NSS camp itself was not very difficult because in those days students will stay there in Achambati, I think so. Madam knows everything. So I request her for 2 minutes to share her ideas and thoughts of extension activities in Pura villages, how we have to bring it again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. 2 minutes is not enough. Okay, it's like an elevator pitch. I think the guest is also waiting. As all the dignitaries on the dais said, Periyarpura had a beginning somewhere, So that's in that somewhere, in that small wall, I made a mark. So whatever given as a job assignments to me, that I started incorporating the extension village activities and along with campus activities. So that made an integrated village development kind of activities. That has been presented to Dr. Sivadana Pillai when he was elevated as the CEO of BrahMos division. So at that time, Dr. Kalam was speaking in JSS Academy of Higher Education about Pura. Pura is not, if I am right, before Kalam, Dr. Kalam, there was one IIT professor, IIT Madras professor, Ashok Junjunwala, he was talking about the same concept. So from him, Dr. Kalam got inspired and he took it to the national level. Because as a president, when he talked, more people started listening. So even before that, as told by Dr. Gerard, the Grama Munetram, that book, article written, Grama Sirritam by our own Thandai Periyar, it had everything, how to bring prosperity, urban prosperity into the village. Knowingly or unknowingly, being an agri graduate, we used to integrate every standalone activities in one platform. We call integrated management. Integrated crop management, integrated pest management. Like that, I developed integrated management activities for the college and the adapted villages. This is how I got into the loop. Anyways, madam said for extension activities, I need to provide 10 days of facility, staying facility to the girls. Thatched roof, or already the months over there. That's literally live overnight we reformed it, we constructed so-called modular toilets of those days, and we literally forced the girl students. Those days in PMCTW, girls, 50% admitted to management quota. Management quota means people of affluent family, they used to put their girls here. So there were huge, large crying, complaining, everything for first 2 days. But when the camp get into the last leg of its duration, again there will be a cry. There will be a lot of cry. Sir, we want to extend the camp for 2 more days and 1 more week. So that is the transformation we realized when we put the students into rural life. So that was the first step that we decided to put every student at least once in their lifetime in their campus, that they have to go and stay in the village. Thus they learn the both goodness and negativeness of the village life, and thus they can contribute whenever they become socially socially responsible person. நீங்கள் போயிட்டு ஒரு இன்ஜினியராகவோ ஒரு சயின்டிஸ்டாகவோ ஒரு சோஷியல் ஆக்டிவிட்டிஸாகவோ மேலே போய் கம்பெனியில் போயிட்டு ஒரு ப்ராஜெக்ட் போடும்போது ஆல்வேஸ் த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் ஃப்ரம் PMCTW and PMU or PMIST, they will think about the impact of their projects in the rural life. So this is the best thing that what we are giving to the students of Periyar institutes. So I think let us talk sometime later about how we developed to this level. And thank you very much for this my stage and my surprisingly I came. I was not prepared to give a structured talk. Anyhow, thank you very much.
We would like to welcome Dr. Aruna, CEO, TBI Department. Thank you for your wonderful words now.
deliver this special address, I would like to invite Mr. M. Anthony Stephen, who is currently working as Assistant Professor in Department of Social Entrepreneurship and Program Coordinator at Center for Social Justice and Equality at Madras School of Social Work. He is a facilitator of Social Entrepreneurship Incubation Center and a Project Director of Reserve Center for Homeless in Chennai Initiative and heading the Center for Urban Poor in Madras School of Social Work. And he is a member of Tamil Nadu Palmyra Workers Welfare Board. He is a heading Social Entrepreneurship Hub funded by Entrepreneurship Development Innovation Institute to promote social startup ecosystem in Tamil Nadu. His research areas are entrepreneurship adventures among migrants and marginalized communities. He visited Cambodia, Philippines, Burma, Sri Lanka, Malaysia, Spain and Germany. He is a regular writer on issues pertaining to homeless community in leading newspapers. After the resource person presentation, there will be an interactive session. We encourage all the students and faculties to participate in the interactive session also. The session is over to you, sir.
Sir, you are not audible. Sir, you are not audible. You are not audible, sir.
Professor Jerry, I mean,
Yes. Now it's okay.
So I am very happy to address to you on the very important topic. Before I go to my presentation, I would like to appreciate Periyar Vallam University for having organized a seminar on innovation and rural entrepreneurship in remembering our late President Mr. Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. I'm very happy to make this presentation because the college where he studied in St. Joseph's, I also studied in the same college and the Allied Identity Department. In that way, I'm very much moved by the way I'm addressing. So friends, the overall presentation is more of an interactive. I would like to make it as interactive as possible. I also sincerely apologize for not having come in person for this talk because of my pressing commitments in the college department. The whole thing I would like to present, Professor Jerry, are the students are able to see the slide?
Just a minute. We are sharing the slide.
So no problem. I will take no problem. Yeah. Friends, before I start, I would like to show you a few pictures for me to understand. I know that you all have your own way of looking at things. Just for one or two slides, I would like to get your response. If students are able to get the mic and give the response, that would be fantastic. Can you go to the next slide? No problem. Students, I think that these pictures might be familiar to you. What do you feel about these pictures? When you see these pictures, what comes to your mind? Probably you can, if you have some kind of hand mic, you can pass it to the student who can give some feedback. What do you feel about these pictures? Yeah? Yeah, one or two response. I do understand that is very difficult.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am, please.
it's digital India, sir.
Digital. Pardon? Can you make it 1 second?
Sir, it is digital India, sir.
Okay, digital India. Okay. Any other feedback? What your? My question is, I will reiterate 1 second. What
These
is
peoples are affected, disaster of drought.
Okay, people are affected because of drugs. Okay, then one response. Yeah, so my question is not what you see in the picture. My question is what do you feel about these pictures? Are you happy, or are you sad, or are you getting angry, or are you anxious? I want this kind of feeling that all of us, after seeing this picture, we may experience some feeling. But the feeling, let us keep that feeling with us. Okay, shall we go to the next slide? Okay, so the next I would like to ask you the two questions. First I started with one question. Now I would like to ask you one more slide with the two questions. Do you empathize with them? Yes or no? The second one is, do you wish to do something for them? Any response from the student? Anyone response from the student? Do you empathize with them? So the kind of pictures, the people that you see in this picture, do you empathize with them? Yes or no? And next
Majority say yes.
Yes?
Majority say yes.
Yes, of course. None of us are here, we don't want to empathize. All of us, including myself, we would like to acknowledge and the fact that we all empathize with them. Do we wish to do something for them? Yes or no? Most probably yes, because I understand that Periyar University is already doing a lot of extension activity around the villages where you are working. Okay, shall we go to the next slide? So who should be taking care of these people and problems? Is it only the government? Or is it only the responsibility of the government to take care of the problems of these people? Or I think institutions like as academic institutions, do we have anything to do with these people, or do we have any responsibility that we should take care of these people? I perceive and understand that all of us must acknowledge and understand that government, of course, to take care of these people. Who are all others supposed to take care of these people other than the government? Any response? Anyone? தமிழ்ல சொல்றதுனால கூட நீங்க எல்லாம் சொல்லலாம், அது ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. ஆங்கிலத்துல தான் சொல்லணும்னு அவசியம் இல்லை. அரசாங்கத்தை தவிர வேற யாராவது இந்த ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு அட்ரஸ் பண்ணணும்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? எஸ் தம்பி, ப்ளீஸ்.
International community.
எஸ் சொல்லுங்க தம்பி, நோ ப்ராப்ளம்.
International community.
International community, then நம்மள மாதிரி அகாடமிக் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன்ஸ் ஏதாச்சும் ரோல் இருக்குதா இந்த மாதிரி ப்ராப்ளத்துக்கு?
Yes, sir. Social workers.
Not only social workers, all the academic institutions. Okay, fantastic, sir, fantastic. Can we go to the next slide? You are correct, sir. You are correct. Next slide. So, other than government, people like us, citizens and community, NGOs, international NGOs, national and local government. So all of us, particularly I want to reiterate that as academic institutions are supposed to be the responsible towards the society, we are also concerned about these problems. Okay, fine. So most of the times, for the accreditation purpose, NAC and NIRF, people used to say that. The community is responsible for the society. We are also concerned about these problems. Okay, fine. So most of the times, for the accreditation purpose, NAC and NIRF, people used to say that the community is institution is the extension of the community. Academic institution is the extension.
Sir, voice is breaking, sir. Voice breakup.
Is it okay very now?
Yes, yes.
Okay, sorry. So, I would like to reiterate that academic institution is the extension of the community. That means we are part and parcel of the community. Whatever happens in the community, either it's good thing or bad thing or problems or any concerns, academic institutions play. Okay.
You are not audible, sir.
Is it okay now?
Yes, yes.
I think there's some. Sir, is it audible now? Clear?
Yes.
Okay, fine. I'll go to the next lecture. So, this is the crux of my whole presentation, sir. The next 15 to 20 minutes. I would like to take you to an understanding of what is an enterprise, or to understand the rural entrepreneurship or enterprise. These words, enterprise, entrepreneurship, these are all similar terms, but what the difference is that enterprise is, entrepreneurship is a process, enterprise is the result of any entrepreneurship, entrepreneur is the person who takes the entrepreneurial action. So this entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, enterprise, these are all the similar words, but it has got specific meaning. Entrepreneurship is a process, enterprise is the result of entrepreneurship, entrepreneur is the person who takes an entrepreneurial venture. Entrepreneur means basically something that, is it clear, sir? Voice? I'm sorry. Let me check now and then.
Yes.
Okay. So, entrepreneurship is basically the way you undertake something innovatively. Talk about market, we talk about profit, we talk about the innovation. So in the entire cycle of the entrepreneurship, I would like to focus more on how the innovation is important. So many a time we get confused between invention and the innovation. Is it same or different, sir? Yeah, anyone? Is it same or different, sir?
They say different.
It's you are correct. It's entirely different. So in the whole presentation, I think that we are not going to talk about more of the other dimension. Let me the rural areas are innovating a lot of things. I would like to present 4 or 5 case studies to explain to you how they are done it, how it is also possible in our area. Okay, we'll go to the next slide. So friends, entrepreneurship as innovation. So if you want to get into any entrepreneurship initiative, any undertaking, entrepreneurship will undertake something. Innovation precedes. Innovation is the first activity to move towards entrepreneurship. That means, if you want to undertake anything different or unique, or way in the area, rural area or urban area, now there is a new concept is emerging called rural. The area which is adjacent, which is in between rural and urban area, that is called the rural division. Rural area, rural division. The world nowadays there are a lot of discussion about the rural mission also. Rural means rural urban connecting area, that place is called the rural mission. So I tell you that innovation precedes entrepreneurship. I tell you, how does when Professor Jerry and myself, when we were 10 years, 12 years, 15 years old, we used
Could not hear you, sir. So Stephen, you're not audible.
Is it okay, sir, now?
Yeah.
Yes, because there is an internet also has some problem in our entire college. That sometimes the signal is off. It's okay, sir, now?
Yes, yes.
Sir, thank you, sir. Sorry for the inconvenience. And also you have the pager. When cell phone, before cell phone comes, we used to have pager. Then we had a keyboard phone. Then now we have the smartphones and touch phones. Okay, so the how the innovation slowly takes place. Okay, then you have a website e-commerce. Now we have app. For everything we have app. That's a new innovation. So innovation is the driving force that keeps the society from one level to another level. Okay, shall we go to the next slide? Some idea. See, idea creation is the first thing in any innovation. Okay, before we go and the market and business plan and all these market and everything, first of all, when you are able to see a problem in the society or the problem that the place where we are living, it is not that something that innovation takes place something elsewhere. It has to take place the place where we are living, where we are studying, even in the academic institutions, where everywhere the innovation is possible. Only thing is that whether are we able to develop an idea in that. Okay, so idea in a sense, you look at the problem that you see. See, when you really want to be an innovative person, you will not see problem as a problem. You see every problem as an opportunity to develop an idea. So if that is the case, or if that is the case, whenever you are in any circumstances, even in your studies, in your village visit, or in your among your friends, if you are able to see problem or something unique, you can come out with an idea to solve the problem. But the idea to solve the problem should be something unique. Thought before. So that is what is developed. So how that idea is moving to a value creation process over a period of time. Okay, it's a pattern in which how we think. For example, I see a problem where in a rural area, you are all going to Pura villages, where in a particular village there are lot of water scarcity is there. Okay, all of us will see the problem. People will say you will also see there is a problem in the village. But if you are very passionate about solving that particular problem, if you come out with an idea, okay, sometimes the idea may have worked out somewhere, may not be applicable in that particular area. So then slowly it has to be converted into a prototype. Prototype means before you test something, you should develop a framework. So
not audible, sir.
Professor Jerry, it is okay now?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I think some problem really is. So if you see a problem, you develop an idea. You will not test the idea immediately. You have to design, you have to come out a frame. As I was telling, most of the times when you talk about the engineering student or technology student, they always come out with a product to solve the problem. But being a humanities department, being a university which has got both science and technology and management and humanities background also, we have to come out with a lot of service and interventions model to solve the problem. I'll give you some of the case studies later to understand how the entrepreneurship idea, innovative idea can also be other than the product, a service and intervention. So friends, as you develop the idea, to design to prototype to test and trial and then pilot marketing and business plan and marketing. This is the value creation cycle. So many people who used to say that I want to do an entrepreneur idea, immediately I need money. No, money will be required only at the later stage. What is required initially is that how do you conceptualize an idea and convert the idea into design and prototype? That is very, very important. Later stage only when you go for the market aspect, only you need lot of financial support also. Okay, next. So I just put you in another pattern. The previous slide is one way of understanding innovation. Then another way is that how the innovation chain equation is taking place. Okay. Uh, Whenever there is I think that some of them are from science and engineering background, you come out with some kind of a scientific invention from the engineering background. How do you convert that idea into an entrepreneur? See, yeah, many times people get confused. Such skill development is also equal to entrepreneurship. No, entrepreneurship is how do you make others to work, number one. Second one is that how do you, if you do everything on your own, that is not entrepreneurship. How do you make others? For example, if someone comes out with an innovative invention and engineering idea, how do you take it to an entrepreneurship mode? That is what is very, very important. Many a times people invent certain things, but they don't convert it into an entrepreneurship anymore. So there is a need to develop the entrepreneurship understanding, the principles and the process to make it more understanding. Then how do you manage it? Management is also part of entrepreneurship. Then you also have to understand the social need and the supportive environment. We normally call it an ecosystem. So if you are able to create an innovation chain equation, automatically you bring out the commercially successful innovation. I'll also give you some examples to understand later. Next. So what is the another? So the next, what is the next one that you have to understand is that how the innovation comes. Okay. One is how do you develop a clarity of purpose. For example, if you see some problem either rural area or urban area or anywhere that you are into. So the clarity of purpose is that what is the problem statement in which you are able to address it. Okay, that's a problem statement, the statement of the problem, or are you able to see the exact problem of the? That is very, very important. If you develop the clarity of purpose with the empathy means look at things from the other point of view. In other words, look at things from others' point of view. Okay. So in other words, empathy means you are trying to understand problems not from your point of view, from others' point of view. For example, if a particular community is facing a particular problem, it is easy to say that you are seeing this problem, but it is very difficult to see the problem from the experiences, from the point of view of the people who experience that problem. So that you become empathy. So when you are able to club the purpose of clarity and empathy, you become a creative one. So the creativity leads to innovation. So this is the pattern in which we have to understand. If you really want to be an innovative person, there are few things are taking place before that. That is what you have to see: the problem of clarity, the purpose of clarity with the empathetic understanding that leads to make you to see things in a creative way. That creativity leads to innovation. To become an innovative person, you need to develop a passion, then followed by an endurance and the perseverance. So this is what a way, the roadmap on how to develop an innovative mindset or innovative person. So to become an innovative person, How do you develop empathy? How do you develop the purpose of clarity? How do you become a creativity? If you are able to put these three aspects together in a particular fashion, automatically you become an innovative person. So these are all the some of the proven model how you become an innovative person. Next. Fine. So after saying what is a basic of innovation, I would like to tell you from the point of view of social point of view. See, there is a difference between a commercial entrepreneurship and the social entrepreneurship. Both entrepreneurship talk about the profit only. Only the difference is that how a used for the majority benefits of the community, it becomes social entrepreneurship. So, rural entrepreneurship is very, very needed nowadays because create a business model revolving around a low-cost product. If you are coming out with a small product that will give a very purified water to the area where the water is contaminated, and how do you scale up that particular product to make use of many people to use it? So this is also one of the aspects of social entrepreneurship. Then the second one is that since we are talking about the rural entrepreneurship, most of the rural people in our area, particularly the marginalized communities, okay, a marginalized community, to take care of the Dalits, tribals, migrants, transgender, artisan sectors. If you are able to meet their socio-economic needs also, it is so-called the entrepreneurship venture. If you are able, it may be a service, it may be a product, it may be an initiative also. In other words, nowadays, our country requires creating jobs for the masses. If you are come out with an innovative idea in the rural area, so that more people are able to people are able to get jobs for them, it is also a social entrepreneurship. But using the innovative ideas and methods are very, very important. And finally, when you bring rural entrepreneurship by the way of social entrepreneurship, you are creating a social value. So this is what the basic concept, basic idea of what is social entrepreneurship. Next. Shall we go to next one? Okay. So far, I have just given you a very theoretical understanding of what is innovation, what is entrepreneurship. Let me try to explain to you 4 to 5 case studies. Sticky Ecosphere, Ishta Khanna, she was my senior in Kapat, we are all in professions of Kapat Ministry of Rural Development. She is the person who worked in the area called Ladakh. You know, that's a fully hilly area where there is no vegetation at all. Then she went for an internship during the study period to Ladakh. She has identified there is no vegetation. People are transporting everything from the other areas to that area. So she thought how involving the local people, the vegetation can be improved, and also how the ecotourism also can be improved, right? Because many foreigners are coming to that area, okay, for tourist purposes. How do you make them to get involved in their locality so that the local people are also get employment? And she also promotes a lot of policies using the technology background. She is able to create policies to develop vegetation where lot of fruits, lot of vegetables and lot of greens are also grown in that particular area, and also it conserves that particular people so that the local people in that area are getting employment. So this is the Sticky Ecosphere. If you go through the website, how she has demonstrated through her organization Sticky Ecosphere, to create employment opportunity for the people in the Ladakh area, and also involving the through ecotourism model, involving the tourists who are visiting the Ladakh area. They are also involved in the conservation of the local land, so that the people get employment, and also the tourists also will get are involved in the conservation activity, so that the people's livelihood is also affected. This is one of the typical example of how in the fully snow area, how the ecotourism is promoted. Their ultimate idea is that to promote employment, to provide employment opportunities for the people who are living in Japan. That is the work of City Ecosphere. He has got several awards. If you go to the website, you can also get to know more details. I think Grameen Bank, all of you are aware of that. Professor Muhammad Yunus was a professor in the university, okay, in Bangladesh. In the evening time, he used to go to the rural areas and try to see how the rural women are not able to get proper financial assistance from the commercial banks, the so-called banks. So he has started a bank for the rural women, and he started later, he started converted into Grameen Bank. Then he has proved that rural women are bankable, poor women are bankable. If they get the loan from the bank, they can repay it properly. He has proved his particular financial model of starting a Grameen Bank, to which the rural women are able to get the financial services from the Grameen Bank, and he has developed it across Bangladesh. So it's a typical and rural entrepreneurship model from the banking sector. Okay. The one important thing is that the women who are in the member of the Grameen Bank, they need not give any collateral. Normally, when women go to ask any normal bank to get loan, they will ask all sorts of evidences and collaterals. Then he has proved. So this is one of the another model of rural entrepreneurship. How through financial services, he becomes an entrepreneurial. Because of his innovative idea, he has proved without collateral, women are able to get the loans from the Grameen Bank. That's another typical example. Next. Then another thing is that Bankar Roy in the Orissa, what he has done is he has identified the uneducated youth in that particular area, and he trained them. He trained them in the area of water conservation, solar making units, and education and advocacy, so that the youth who are seen as an uneducated youth have become the change agents in the rural areas of Orissa, where the Bankara is a professor. He has also promoted a barefoot college, through which he has trained thousands of young youth who are dropouts from their college studies and the school studies, have become the agents of social change, to involving them in the areas of solar, water, education, and advocacy. The advocacy is related to how to make the problems of the community to the office, the duty bearer of the state, so that the state becomes responsible to the problem. So this is what the excellent work. He has not. One of the important things of the Pankara is that he has made the uneducated dropout youth as the agents of social change in their particular. So it is also one kind of a rural entrepreneurship model promoted by Bankara. Next. So you may ask, you have been saying only the other state examples. Arnachalam Muruganandam is called a padman. He has come out with a lot of rural women, are not using the sanitary pad because of the costly, and also not able to afford it. He has come out with a very low cost sanitary pad for the rural women, so that the rural girls, particularly adolescent young girls, are able to access the sanitary pad that will ensure the hygienic management, menstrual hygiene management among the rural girls, particularly adolescent girls. So you have come out with a sanitary pad for the rural area to address the problems of adolescent girls. So one of the typical rural entrepreneurship, how we have proved, okay, that is possible. Okay, this is also another example. Next. Okay, another important is goods. Yes, we used to buy a lot of old clothes which are in a very good condition and convert them into a very good model, very good usable clothes to the people who require this dresses at a very, very cheap cost. Okay, many people after using one time dress, they will just throw it out. So he has collected all the old clothes and converted into in a very good shape and then give it to the people at a very, very subsidized cost. This is one of the important thing of a huge work. Next. So you may ask that so far we have only given one model. Do you have through MSSW have any model? So recently last year, MSSW through our incubation center, we are working with the person with a disability and convert the person and make the person with a disability they become an entrepreneur. Okay, when we have selected 10 slow learners, those who have completed age 18 plus, with the help of our own organization called Holy Cross Service Society, we have identified and developed a course for them, 3 months course on agripreneurship. Okay, these students incubating, we call it a cohort. And they will identify, they will work in their own villages and they will be involved in either agriculture related activities or animal husbandry related activities. So they are able to create 1 or 2 employment opportunities for the people who are in their villages. So they become, after getting a particular skill, they become an entrepreneur in their own lands and they are able to manage their livelihood on their own. So this is so far what we have to do. We will train the person with a disability and place them somewhere so that they get some employment. But how do we convert the person with a disability to become an entrepreneur? So our idea is not to make them to give thousands and 2,000 level of employment. If these students after training and 3 months agripreneurship course and they start their own entrepreneurial unit based on the agriculture activities and able to provide employment opportunity for 1 or 2 people other than what they do, that itself is a nano type of entrepreneurship model we are trying to promote. Countries like India, we have to promote this kind of locally based, local opportunity based entrepreneurship education. Now that the third set is going on. Already 2 sets are completed, they are working, now the third program is going. This is one of the models which is well appreciated by government of Tamil Nadu recently. Okay, this is one of the unique model that Federal School of Social Work Incubation Center is involved in how to promote entrepreneurship among the person with it. Hello?
Yes.
Next slide, please. Yeah, these are all some of the skills. See, during the 3 months training period, they are given some plot for them, so that they will work. Only 1 or 2 hours there will be some input session. After that, they will come and work in the field. Evening again, they will sit and reflect. The whole pedagogy is something different. They are certified by our Sultan Ismail Planning Commission member. After completing 3 months course in our college in one of the national conference, these students are given the course completion certificate with the marks. So it's one of the models that we are exploring at Madras School of Social Work. Next. This is another tribal. We are promoting 5 ecosystem in Madras School of Social Work. The another one is that how do we convert the tribal youth into entrepreneurs? So he is the person. Yelumalai is an agriculture. He is an engineering graduate. He is from Kallakurichi, Jawari Hills. So far, he has been working in NGO. Later, when he has become the incubator of Madras School of Social Work, There are a lot of kadikai, that arikata kadikai, in the forest area is highly available. In that particular locality, they are able to sell it to the middleman just because of the raw material. We have just helped this Elumalai to make this particular kadikai into kadikai powder and give them a lot of entrepreneurship and incubation facilities and fellowship amount also with the help of the DST, Department of Science and Technology. Now he is able to provide employment for 5 to 6 women regularly to collect haricata from the forest area. He is the one, with the help of DST, we are also able to get some kind of coffee making machines, haricata powder making machines also. And he converts into a powder and sell it to the product. The marketing support and the other business plan and marketing support with the help of the incubation center at Madras University, we are able to do it. So far, this particular Yelumalai is one of the first of our tribal youth. Now, because of its successful venture, there are other 5 youth are involved in the minor millet collection and they are involved in the trading of the millets and minor. So, how we convert the tribal youth into entrepreneurs through available local opportunity in that particular area and make them convert into an entrepreneur. That's one of the another model that I would like to share. Next. Next. So, friends, now the question is, after showing lot of examples, case studies of the model, the social entrepreneurship recently one study is conducted. It is not that only in the agriculture or education. There are umpteen number of sectors in the rural area where you can think of entrepreneurial venture. One is in the area of skill development, another one is in the area of education, then agriculture areas and financial services, the Grameen Bank type of model, then energy and clean technology, healthcare, non-farm livelihoods, food and nutrition, water and sanitation, forestry and environment, affordable housing, tourism, ecotourism, or justice, rehabilitation, and human rights. In all these areas, the entrepreneurial ventures are possible. That is what is studied by the British Council in 2016. They did a survey throughout India and found out what are the rural entrepreneurial ventures are taking place in what are the sectors. So this is the results of that particular study. This report is also available in the net. You can download it and try to understand how the rural entrepreneurship is playing. Next. So this is the how do I start, sir? Next question is, sir, how do I start the rural entrepreneurship idea? One is find an opportunity. For that, you have a very structured program. You have the opportunity to go to the village. How do you see the opportunity? So most of the time we tend to see only the problem. How do we see the opportunity from the problem? That's the first thing that you have to do. Then slowly you try to see once you see the opportunity, how do you acquire the right resources to solve the problem? Then once you find out the resources, you can develop a business plan, you can launch it, and you can define your success and attain the goal. These are some of the key components of the entrepreneurship journey. If you really want to do that. Next. So the next question is that, sir, I want to promote rural entrepreneurship with an innovative idea. How I could be different? So if you take any entrepreneur, these are all the important principles or traits or essential ingredients for entrepreneurship. One is innate characteristics. How do we look at everything in a very different way? That's the first innate characteristic that we have developed. Then education experience. I think that nowadays a lot of academic institutions, they are trying to promote entrepreneurial orientation and the opportunities and experience for the students. That's one of the ways. Then you become an innovativeness. How do you develop an innovativeness? I told you, innovativeness, you develop a clarity of purpose with empathy that leads to creativity, that creativity leads to innovation. So that is the cycle in which you have to follow. Then you have to have the achievement orientation. That when I say achievement orientation, whatever you want to see and solve the problem, how do you develop a mindset of human? I want to do something. That kind of endurance and perseverance, how do you develop? That is also very, very important. And independence, it's not that, of course, we need others. At the same time, we also keep an independent nature and sense of control over destiny and low risk aversion. There is a risk in everything that we take, but how do we reduce that low risk and tolerance for ambiguity? So when you take and do something, there will be always ambiguity. So if you are able to develop all these ingredients properly in you, you become an entrepreneurial oriented. But students from Periyar University, more than the entrepreneurial orientation, we have to develop a community awareness and social action. So when you are able to get the entrepreneurial orientation with the right kind of community awareness and the social concern, many a time students get entrepreneurial orientation, but they lack this community awareness and social concern. If you are able to club the both entrepreneurial orientation and community awareness and social action, you become a socially entrepreneurial oriented. What is required nowadays is that we need to develop a lot of entrepreneurial orientation in ourselves with the community awareness. See, many a time this mismatch takes place. People are highly community awareness, social concern they have, but they lack entrepreneurship. Kalam, what we always have to say that we need to have a very symbiotic connection between entrepreneurial orientation and the community awareness and social concern. If you are able to cluster both, automatically you can promote entrepreneur. You become an entrepreneurial oriented person. That is what is required to in the areas of rural areas. Thank you. Next, okay, with that, I'll stop now. I'm happy to take up a question from chat box. I'll take up and try to answer. Thank you, students.
Thank you for explaining diverse concepts of entrepreneurship and case studies in clear-cut way within short span of time. We are really happy to share this valuable time with us, sir.
I would like to take a few questions from students. Yeah.
Is there any clarifications?
Any clarifications or any suggestion, or if you want to ask anything, you can ask. This is the interactive session. Any one or two person?
நீங்கள் கேட்குற கேள்வியே தமிழ்ல கூட கேட்கலாம், அது ஒரு பிரச்சனை இல்லை. எதில் கேட்கணும்னாலும் பிரச்சனை.
Good morning, sir. This is Dr. Aruna, heading the Incubation Center in Periyar Institute of Science and Technology. When we describe the word social entrepreneurship, everyone has got different meanings. For us, what we understood in our institute, that providing the business which will address the need of a mass, the affordable cost. So always we quote the examples of Arvind Hospital or Narayana Hridaya Heart Hospital in Bangalore. But at times when the digital divide is narrowing down, even a person in rural or so-called lower community, lower state of the economic community, they also look for branding. So in that case, how do we go for a low-cost, affordable, yet quality-oriented products for a social enterprise? Because ultimately enterprise is all about earning profit for the company. Over to you, sir.
Thanks, madam. Thanks for highlighting social entrepreneurship. You come out with a business model that will solve the problem of masses. That we are very clear in that. You also cited Aravind Eye Hospital model. See, the one concern is that whenever we talk about the marginalized community, when we talk about social entrepreneurship, particularly marginalized community, we come out with a low cost product or services where people can benefit out of it. See, many a time we also tend to think that only social entrepreneurship is not profit oriented. So some kind of people will also try. No, it's not the question. Social entrepreneurship is also an entrepreneurship model which is deeply oriented about the profit making. But how the profit is shared among the different stakeholders, different people. That is what there is a conventional profit model where the people who are doing the most of the investing and things, they get the major share of the profit. But the social entrepreneurship, when we talk about that, it will benefit many of the people. I'll give you a typical example to understand. So in a particular rural area, if you see an opportunity of very good vegetable production is taking place. Vegetable production taking place, but unfortunately, they are not able to get the good profit for their produce. In other words, they don't get the fair wages for this. Can you convert them into an community enterprising where the product, which is, for example, if you take typical tomato, what is happening in that Ayalur and this particular belt, during the peak time, there are a lot of tomatoes grown. They are not able to get the proper product. Can you convert them into a value-added product, like a tomato sauce and things, so that people are employed in the different value chain of the particular resources available in the local area? That is not taking place. That's one of the major problems. So we have to promote an entrepreneurship, rural entrepreneurship model, convert the product into a value-added product. In the value-added product, if you are able to engage more often the local people in the value chain process, automatically the people in that particular locality are able to get the profit in their own level. So how the profit is shared in the entire value chain, that is what we insist on social entrepreneurship. The state has to promote this kind of thing. If you take South Korea, the entire state is promoting the social entrepreneurship model. It's not that only few people. Our entire entrepreneurship model, how it looks like, only those people who are into the, it's more of an exploitative type of entrepreneurship model. But we should talk about the entrepreneurship model more of taking care of the local people, and also the local people can share the profit among themselves. So we have to promote a lot of cooperative model. Nowadays, a lot of the FPOs are emerging in India, particularly in Tamil Nadu also. How do we strengthen, as an academic institutions like us, there are a lot of cooperative models are all now expanding. How do we strengthen, how do we support, how do we add value process to these initiatives? That's the way we should move towards. I always look at entrepreneurship from the lens of social, not from the economic. Many a time this present economic model says entrepreneurship as an economic model, but it's not an economic. You should see more of a social model. When you look at it from the social model, automatically this economy of many will take it. What our convictions are, this is the way we work. And also we always believe that not all the entrepreneurship need to be scaled up. See, many a time scaling up is a problem. Okay, we want, if the particular product is scope for scalable, please go ahead. But don't push everyone to scale up their product. They will end in failure. This is what our conviction, our experience always.
Thank you,
Sir,
sir.
so due to time constraint, shall we close down the program, sir?
Pardon?
Due to time constraint, shall we close? Thank you.
Gratitude is a powerful force that brings people together, foster appreciation, and strengthen relationship. It is through gratitude that we acknowledge the efforts, support, and contribution of others. With that in mind, I would like to invite Mr. Karthik from First MSW to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon to all. Respected dignitaries, esteemed guests, fellow students and discussion faculty on this momentous occasion as we draw our seminar to close. It is my privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks to all those who have made this event possible. First and foremost, I would like to express our deep gratitude to our Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Veluchami for gracing this event with his wise words. A special thanks to Dr. A. Anand Gerald Sebastian, our Associate Professor and Director in charge of Periyarpura Center for Rural Development for your introductory address. We are extremely honored to have a Dr. Vijayalakshmi, the Dean Faculty of Humanities, Science and Management. Thanks for your motivational words, ma'am. A heartfelt thank you to Professor M. Anthony Steven for delivering a thought-provoking special address. Your insight into social entrepreneurship have added immense knowledge to us. Lastly, I would like to express my appreciation to all the participants who actively engaged in the seminar. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you for your amazing vote of thanks. Thank you all.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Recording stopped.
அங்கேருந்து அந்த ஓட் ஆஃப் தேங்க்ஸ் வந்து ஆஃப் பண்ணுங்கன்னு சொல்கிறதுக்காக அவனை இது பண்ணுற நீங்கள் என்னைய நேக்கி வேறு இருக்க கேமரா நான் கை காட்ட முடியல அவன் உங்களை கூப்பிட சொன்னால் அவன் இதை பார்க்குறான் மகேஷ் அவர் கூப்பிடுங்கன்னு சொன்னால் நீங்கள் முன்னாடி சிஸ்டத்தை பார்க்க சொல்கிறேன் இவங்கள எந்திரிக்கிறாங்கன்னு சொல்லி
Thank you.